Welcome everyone, Marcelo is my name. For those who are familiar with the channel know that I always say that a beautiful neroli fragrance is needed by everybody. It's that wonderful citrus opening, the white florals and that heart, and then that woody base. Now the downside that I've discovered from some people's comments is that it goes a little bit green and bitter, and neroli can do that. Let me introduce to you the most perfect fragrance that fits all those beautiful solar elements. This is not a neroli fragrance. Levant captures all those pieces that I just mentioned. That gorgeous citrus opening, the white floral pieces in the middle of it, woody base. It gives you a sense of a sunrise, a sense of this warmed skin by this solar energy. And on that opening, that it instantly brings happiness into your life. Fragrance like this is perfect for a summer landscape. It just instantly brings you into the day. You're already anticipating that sunshine. Or, as we are experiencing currently here in Melbourne, Australia, regardless of how gray it might be outside, this fragrance can bring sunshine into your life. As I mentioned, the beautiful thing about Levant is that it has the ability to capture that beautiful Mediterranean landscape, that sun-kissed, beautiful solar energy from the citruses and the vibrance of the fruit, and then that beautiful white floral, but with a very delicate woody base. And that's the glory of this fragrance. It never moves into a bitterness or a heavy greenness or anything of that nature. If anything, it goes more floral and floral musk when it dries down. On opening, you are getting the most enticing and captivating citruses. Yes, you can use a bergamot, and it does, but the use of the mandarin and the tangelo, these sugary, sweet, citrus, divine scent profiles when it comes to a citrus fragrance, on that opening ensnares you so quickly. Now, there is a magic. There's almost like this secret little formula that's in there that it took me a while to detect. I could pick up those beautiful citrus notes on that opening, but I'm thinking there's something else happening in here. It wasn't until I read the notes, and it's this rose petal, this very gentle, very smooth rose petal touch, which brings another element to the fragrance. This is something I love doing. A beautiful rose, just pick a single petal, something that is fat and full and lush and almost pulpy, and crush that between your fingers and smell the actual rose. But there's more than just the beautiful divine floral note of the rose. There's this almost fruity tinge to it. And that's what you get here, this beautiful mandarin and tangelo, and this very delicate, very smooth rose touch from that rose petal note. The evolution on this fragrance is sublime, and just like the bottle, and I have to say, I love, I'm such a nerd for this kind of stuff. This beautiful gradient color, the Art Deco design on the actual bottle itself, but the color denotes what I feel the fragrance is doing, and that is, it is a sunrise. I'm not talking about where there is complete darkness and then all of a sudden slowly light creeps in. I'm saying that you've just woken up, the sun has already broken above the horizon, begins to emerge, and this beautiful sunrise explodes on the scene. And that's what this fragrance does. It starts off slowly, this beautiful ensnaring citrus with that deft rose touch. Then it goes into this beautiful white floral bouquet and these Mediterranean style notes. It is tinged with some fruit. Finally, when it dries down, now you are deeper in the day, and of course the sun is out, and of course we have a beautiful day ahead. We are in Sicily after all, why not? And now it's this glorious floral musky touch. I find that the fragrance has glorious evolution, and it goes in this wonderful wave. It opens up with bright citruses, super enticing, very inviting, and instant love no matter who is spraying. As the fragrance evolves, it does go to these beautiful Mediterranean florals, and I'll explain a little bit more what I mean by just that. Finally, when it dries down, it does go to a floral musk. It is tinged with fruit in the end. It still has a bit of a citrus touch, a very light, fruity sort of feeling to the fragrance, but it does go to a much more grounded place. I know that there is amber and cedarwood. I don't detect the cedarwood or that woodiness, but I do detect a beautiful musky floral sensation to the fragrance. Now, Mediterranean florals, what do I mean by that? I had an opportunity to travel to Sicily. We spent quite a bit of time exploring the island. We were in the town of Taormina. And one thing that I remember doing is jogging in the mornings. Example that I gave you of the sun just breaking the horizon, this was actually a thing for me. When I smell this, my memory takes me to this place here. Seeing the ocean, seeing Mount Etna in the distance, all these pieces come together for me when it comes to this fragrance here. In French, le soleil levant, which is the sunrise. This is what the name is. Levant is, in Spanish, you say levantar, which means to get up or to arise. And Levant is that very thing. It's about waking you up, bringing you into the day, making you excited to be here, and providing that olfactory energy with the florals, with that citrus and with that beautiful base to take you throughout the day. For me, Levant is a glorious fragrance for a woman to wear, but also for a man. The fragrance lasts comfortably 8+ hours, and the sillage and projection falls into that moderate, to the point. I mean, I don't know whether Sandra has a radar for this fragrance, but when I'm wearing it, she detects it very easily. The other day, I was watching television. This is now 8 hours deeper. So I had sprayed in the morning, would have been 8 p.m., 9 p.m. I reached across. Now, for those who know me, I always spray on my solar plex, my stomach, and my arm. I reached across with my right hand, and she's like, whoa, what are you wearing? That's beautiful. And I'm like, are you smelling Levant? I mean, I sprayed that this morning, and she comes in. I love when Sandra comes in for a bigger smell. She buries her nose in on my arm or my neck, and she's like, wow, that's glorious. One thing that I do love about Ormonde Jayne's is that the complexity of the fragrances are quite impressive. The way the fragrances evolve and move is quite unique. And the other thing that I do enjoy about the Ormonde Jayne's is that these are personal fragrances for you. I do love having fragrances that are loud and bold and fill a room, but like everything, ebb and flow, light and dark, you need fragrances that are now more about you and communicating, expressing your personality. The fragrance becomes a part of me rather than the fragrance being me. As a gloriously sophisticated fragrance with all the beautiful pieces, citrus, white florals, beautiful floral musk, and no bitterness, then I'd recommend to you Levant. If you are familiar with Levant, I'd love to hear your comments or any other Ormonde Jaynes that you are absolutely adoring. Let me know, because I too want to experience those. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you guys all on the next episode.